Football's ultimate defender, making Messi run scared. Like, share and subscribe. Episode 1. Barcelona abandoned the player. One price of €1 million. 2018. January. Dragon Country. Men's football training base. The naturalization trial match is in full swing. The World Cup qualifiers failed again. The Football Association has increased its naturalization efforts, naturalized Chinese players from all over the world, and organized this trial match. On the side of the court, the Football Association's boss, the programmer, was present in person, accompanied by the men's football team leader Zhao Chen. The two chatted while smoking. The candidates this time are carefully selected, and their family conditions are good. Zhao Chen smiled in an extremely flattering manner. The 3 places will go to the highest bidder, and we will definitely make a lot of money. Increase the naturalization efforts and improve the strength of the men's football team. Stop it. Those are all propaganda slogans. The real purpose is to make money. The quotas are clearly marked, absolutely fair to everyone. The programmer nodded with satisfaction, and his eyes fell on the extremely active teenager on the field. The teenager's mixed race appearance is very obvious. Black hair, yellow skin, sword-like eyebrows and star-like eyes are extremely handsome, especially the blue pupils, which are particularly abrupt. He was seen sitting firmly in the defensive midfielder position on the court, erecting an iron wall in the midfield. The opponent's attack can always be easily intercepted and destroyed by him. It was as if he was facing a group of elementary school students, and the whole person seemed relaxed and free. This surprised Lao Chang. He really didn't expect that there would be such a powerful Chinese player. He even doubted that this was really a Chinese player. Who is that? He pointed to the teenager on the court and asked the team leader Zhao Chen. His name is Chen Mo. 18 years old. A mixed race of Chinese and French, his father is a second-generation immigrant, and his mother is French. He entered the La Masia youth training camp since he was a child, and he plays as a defensive midfielder. Zhao Chen took a look and immediately recognized Chen Mo. He had a deep impression of Chen Mo. When he saw the information, he was surprised that the other party was from La Masia. La Masia is the top youth training camp in Europe. It is also the soul of the giant Barcelona. Players who can enter La Masia are all talented. Secondly, what impressed him most was the information that Chen Mo was selected to join the first team before the winter transfer window and then terminated by Barcelona. La Masia's youth training, no wonder. The programmer looked surprised. It's very strong. Give him one of the 3 places. The player has strength and a good resume. Naturalization can also improve the strength of the men's football team and make money for himself. Maybe he can also earn a reputation for himself in the future. Kill 4 birds with 1 stone. Boss, this Chen Mo has a criminal record. Zhao Chen couldn't help but start to be vague when he heard the boss's order. He was selected to join the first team before the winter break, but was terminated by Barcelona not long after. I went to find out. This guy had a conflict with someone in a training match, beat him up and refused to apologize. He caused dissatisfaction with Barcelona management and was forced to terminate his contract by the club. Now he has no ball to play in Europa. After listening to Zhao Chen's words, the programmer waved his hand indifferently. What's this matter? The Football Association does not need to look at the face of the Europa club. As long as he is sincere enough, everything will be fine. It's not impossible for Long Chao Club to provide him with a platform. Old Chang's meaning can be summed up in one sentence. As long as the money is in place, nothing is a problem. Understood. Zhao Chen nodded repeatedly and said, leave it to me, you can rest assured. Negative emotion value from Zhang Chenglong plus 26. Negative emotion value from Yifeng plus 18. From Wang. On the field. As Chen Mo made steals and destroyed again and again, the system's prompt sound kept ringing in his mind. He was reborn in 3 months and awakened the system. He can collect negative emotion values from training matches, official matches, and opponents. The collection method is also simple. Steals, defense, goals, breakthroughs, etc. And the stronger the player's strength and the greater his fame, the higher the emotion value. These negative emotion values can be drawn in the system and randomly obtained treasure chests of different levels. with the God-level prediction of the novice gift package. He successively opened the top basic skills from the gold treasure chest and the top ball sense from the platinum treasure chest. He quickly emerged in the youth training team. Then he was transferred to the Barcelona first team in the first half of the season. Result: in a training match, he restricted the first team's Gallic genius Dembele. There were not many steals, but he also left the opponent helpless, and even passing could destroy most of them, causing the opponent to make mistakes. He really made a lot of money and earned a lot of negative emotion values. Result: the opponent broke the defense. In a scramble, after Chen Mo got the ball first, the guy's mentality exploded and he made a leg-breaking move. Fortunately, the God-level prediction allowed Chen Mo to escape. Before he could ask for punishment, the other party actually cursed first. There was also discrimination against the East in his words. This immediately angered Chen Mo. The two sides broke out in a conflict. The guy wanted to take the initiative, but his punch was predicted by Chen Mo, and he was hit by Chen Mo's big fight instead. The guy spent more than 100 million euros on the club, and Chen Mo's previous performance was mediocre, and he was considered to have a low talent ceiling. In the end, the club chose to protect the guy and ordered Chen Mo to apologize. How could Chen Mo apologize? Directly and forcefully refused. After that, he was forced to terminate the contract by the club. The agent was still helping him find a club, and he went back to Longwa to participate in naturalization first. Listening to the system prompt in his mind, the pitifully small negative emotions, Chen Mo was really a little speechless. Any player from the La Masia youth training team starts at 100. Now look at the present. 2010. He worked hard here for a long time, but he still didn't collect as much as he did from Dembele. You can imagine how bad these guys are. Life is not easy, handsome guy size. But then again, a fly leg is also meat, it's better to have it than not. Forcing himself to comfort himself, Chen Mo tried to cheer up and continue to play. From Wang Long's negative emotion value +12. From. The trial match is over. Before Chen Mo had time to check his negative emotion value balance, he was called to the office by the team leader Zhao Chen. Your performance is very good. I also know about your situation. Zhao Chen started talking as soon as he came up. Knowing your situation in Barcelona, this still has some impact. After all, the naturalization of the national football team needs a good image. Suppress first before praising. This trick has always worked well before. But change the subject. Zhao Chen's face has a lot more smiles. It's not impossible to solve it, and we can arrange for you to play for Long Chao's big club. But it all depends on your sincerity. Chen Mo sneered. He still underestimated the rottenness of the Football Association. Naturalization has begun to cost money. That's right. After all, the current head of the Football Association is a guy who took money as soon as he took office. It's rotten to the core. Seeing that Chen Mo didn't say anything, Zhao Chen thought Chen Mo didn't understand. So he got straight to the point. Then I'll say it directly. 1 million euros. Episode 2. Ban. Legendary treasure box, Steel King template. 1 million. Return euros? Chen Mo's face suddenly turned ugly. Zhao Chen seemed not to notice that Chen Mo's face had changed. Instead, he began to persuade him with emotion and reason. The 3 naturalization quotas are originally for the highest bidder. Because I am optimistic about your strength, I gave you 1 quota. 1 million euros is really not expensive. You should know that in this era, it is not enough to rely on strength. Besides, there is also money to introduce you to the club and resist public opinion for you. Chen Mo spoke. He asked coldly, if I don't give this money, can I not be naturalized? As soon as this was said, Zhao Chen, who was originally smiling, suddenly turned cold. The look he gave Chen Mo also became more unfriendly. Are you being ungrateful? We think highly of you, so we gave you this place. Don't take yourself so seriously, you are just a discarded player fired by Barcelona, no club in Europa will want you. Giving you this opportunity is also your only way out. If you don't want to pay, then don't even think about playing in China. At the end of the words, Zhao Chen almost began to threaten arrogantly. He seemed to have Chen Mo in his hands. He was sure that Chen Mo would agree. After all, in his opinion, a young player who was fired by Barcelona for hitting someone, even if he was a product of La Mania youth training, would not be wanted by Europa clubs with such a black history. Naturalizing into the national football team and returning to Longwa to play football is Chen Mo's only way out. Who said I want to play in China? Chen Mo sneered. 1 million euros. You really think you are too proud? Don't you think you deserve it? Bang. Zhao Chen slapped the table. What the hell do you mean? You don't want to make it in the domestic football world, right? I'll tell you today. 1 million euros is not enough. If you don't come up with 3 million euros, I'll ban you. Remember. This is the national football team. If you want to make it here, you have to abide by the rules. Looking at the arrogant Zhao Chen in front of him, Chen Mo was also furious, and responded bluntly, banned it if you want. I won't serve you anymore. No matter how angry Zhao Chen was. He turned around and left the training base without any regrets. As for what Zhao Chen would do next, he didn't care at all. On the way back to the hotel, Chen Mo leaned on the car seat, looking like he was resting his eyes. But in fact, he had already opened the system. Negative emotion value, 20,021 points. As soon as he saw this amount, his bad mood was swept away. It seems that this bad naturalization trial is not completely useless. The negative emotion value triggered from those trial players is small, but it can't withstand those guys breaking the defense and going in large quantities. System. I want to draw a lottery. Chen Mo couldn't wait to summon the system. Start the lottery. Negative emotion value 20,000 points. You can draw 4 times. Does the host confirm the lottery? Listening to the voice of the system, Chen Mo couldn't help but feel a pain in his flesh. 5,000 points for one lottery. It's really too expensive. Is it easy for him to earn negative emotion points? Confirm the lottery. As Chen Mo confirmed, the system's iconic big turntable appeared in his mind. Congratulations to the host for winning a silver treasure chest ×1. Congratulations to the host for winning a bronze treasure chest ×1. Congratulations to the host for winning a bronze treasure chest ×1. Congratulations to the host for winning a legendary treasure chest ×1. Seeing 2 consecutive bronze treasure chests, Chen Mo was almost desperate. Who knows? Legendary treasure chest. Chen Mo was excited instantly. May I ask if the host has opened all of them? Open. Open. Open the silver treasure chest to get Wu Lei's shooting template. Open the bronze treasure chest to get stamina recovery potion ×1. Open the bronze treasure chest to get injury recovery potion ×1. Open the legendary treasure chest to get the Steel King template. All rewards are placed in the system warehouse. Please choose to merge by yourself. Chen Mo quickly opened the system warehouse and found the Steel King template from a group of garbage templates. He quickly chose to merge. Congratulations to the host. Successfully merged the Steel King template. Zhao Chen's work efficiency is very fast. Banned as soon as he said. Chen Mo left the training base less than half an hour ago. The Football Association issued a notice at the first time. Statement on the naturalization of player Chen Mo. Player Chen Mo does not meet the naturalization conditions. Insufficient ability. And he was forced to terminate his contract and was expelled by Barcelona for beating someone in Barcelona. During the naturalization trial, he refused to obey the discipline, contradicted the team leader, and bullied his teammates, which had a very serious impact. After research and decision, the punishment results are as follows. Chen Mo will be put on the blacklist of the Dragon Football Association and his naturalization qualification will be permanently revoked. Chen Mo is prohibited from playing in the Dragon Football Club and participating in sports events at all levels. As soon as the announcement was released, some hawkish media of the Football Association followed suit and published articles. Can naturalized players really help the national football team? In-depth analysis of player Chen Mo. La Masia thug, Barcelona abandoned player. There was an uproar on the internet. Originally, Chen Mo was transferred to the first team by Barcelona, which attracted the attention of many Dragon Barcelona fans. As a result, he was forced to terminate the contract within a few days. The reason was that Chen Mo beat someone in Barcelona and refused to apologize. Such a thing happened again when participating in naturalization. Some fans began to denounce Chen Mo. After being fired by Barcelona, I knew this guy was not a good guy. We shouldn't have given him a chance to naturalize him from the beginning. Such a black sheep must not be accepted. Support the Football Association. It's right to ban him permanently. The rubbish that was fired by Barcelona dared to act like a big shot when he came back. Support the ban. It's useless to naturalize such a black sheep. I've said naturalization won't work. Your own players are not good, so just naturalize them. It's a mess. The Football Association is more likely to cause trouble than help. Chen Mo himself didn't pay attention to the situation on the internet. He didn't pay attention to the announcement of the Football Association. Even if he saw it, he would only think that he was really blind. He actually thought that Dragon Country football could be saved. After returning to the hotel, he began to pack up and prepare to book a ticket to Europa. But at this time, his agent called him. Mo, how is the naturalization trial going on over there? Hearing this question, Chen Mo relayed the situation here truthfully. What? €1 million in bribes? Is the Dragon Football Association crazy? It is obvious that the Football Association's actions shocked the agent who works in Europe. Just refuse. I didn't agree with you going back to participate in the naturalization trial from the beginning. There is no way out for you in Dragon football. Chen Mo smiled bitterly. Okay. Let's not talk about this. I called to bring you good news. Liverpool in the Premier League has agreed to sign you. I have booked your flight. Come directly to England. I'll wait for you here. Episode 3. Signing with Liverpool. Chen Mo, I want the number 10 jersey. England. London International Airport. After a 10-hour flight, the plane finally arrived at its destination. Mo. As soon as he walked out of the airport, he saw his agent and walked over quickly. The other party took his luggage. The car is outside. Let's go directly to Liverpool. The agent's name is Mendes. That's right. It's the fruit-toothed man, the Europa agent tycoon. His players are all over Europe. The most famous is Cristiano Ronaldo. Coach Mourinho is also his partner. He is a good friend of Chen Mo's father. The two have a very good relationship. So he signed the agency contract to him. Mendes took good care of him for his father's sake. Chen Mo was reborn and got a god-level prediction, shining brightly. He attached great importance to Chen Mo. Even if Barcelona forced the contract to be terminated, it did not bring too much negative impact to Chen Mo in Europe. Mendes played a huge role in this. I showed Liverpool sports director Edwards the video of your youth team games and the first team competition. They just happened to be missing a defensive midfielder. They showed great interest when they saw you defending Dembele and Messi alone. Plus you are a free man now, they don't need to pay a transfer fee, so they readily agreed. In the business car, Mendes held a goblet, shook the expensive red wine, and talked to Chen Mo. To be honest, he didn't expect it. He actually got such a big bargain like Chen Mo. At the beginning, he signed Chen Mo just for the sake of Chen Mo's father. After all, Chen Mo's father is a bank tycoon. He is the largest shareholder of the fifth largest bank in Europe. Building a good relationship can bring him great convenience. But I didn't expect that a few months ago, Chen Mo suddenly got it. He is definitely the seedling of the world's top defensive midfielder. And he has the potential to become the world's number 1 B2B midfielder. Chen Mo has a good personal image. He is so handsome. If you have the ability, you can become a top star with a little effort. Now Ronaldo is old. He started to negotiate a transfer with Real Madrid again. It is obvious that he has begun to go downhill. He also needs to support a top star again. Chen Mo obviously has potential. How could Mendes not care about this? Even if Chen Mo was forced to terminate the contract by Barcelona. He even fell out with Barcelona for Chen Mo. He was very happy in his heart. After all, Chen Mo defended Dembele alone and broke Dembele's defense. A training session. Dembele did not succeed in breaking through once. There were several times when he defended Messi alone, which made Messi headache. For such a player, Mendes felt it was worth it even if he fell out with Barcelona. What's more, his players were not wrong. Video? Chen Mo looked at Mendes in confusion. He was not surprised by the video of the youth team game. But the video of the first team training match made him puzzled. You should know that the training match videos of the first team are all kept secret within the club. Mendes laughed. Mo. Don't underestimate your agent. I am the top player in Europa. Of course I have my channels. Otherwise, why do you think Barcelona dare not use public opinion to oppress you? Master the video of the whole process. It can be exposed at the right opportunity. For example, after you sign with Liverpool, if your performance is very outstanding, exposing the video can bring you huge exposure. Chen Mo looked at Mendes's shrewd appearance, and the corners of his mouth began to twitch. A wealthy club? They are all tools in the hands of the cunning Mendes. The wealthy clubs in the world are still manipulated by him. Liverpool is one of the two most successful clubs in the Premier League. It is also the team that has won the most Champions League titles in the Premier League. They used to be the overlords in the English League One period. They have won the most English League One titles. But after entering the new century, they began to decline gradually. After the Premier League started, Liverpool was severely suppressed by its arch-rival Manchester United. They didn't even win a Premier League title. Later, after Fenway Group took over, they invited Klopp, the Bundesliga coach and the founder of the Mad Dog style of play. The club began to gradually revive. According to Chen Mo's memory, Liverpool this season broke into the Champions League final. But they were defeated by Real Madrid's St. Bale with 2 world waves. The league is only ranked in the top 4. A big reason for this is the transfer of the core Coutinho. Winter transfer period. Coutinho was poached by Barcelona as the winter transfer king. Liverpool hates Barcelona. Sign Chen Mo now. In addition to Chen Mo's strength, they do lack a strong defensive midfielder. It may not be that they don't mean to disgust Barcelona. After arriving at the Melwood training base, Mendes took Chen Mo into the office building and met Edwards, Liverpool's legendary sports director. Welcome to Melwood. Edwards was very enthusiastic. After shaking hands with the two, he began to introduce the history of Liverpool and the Melwood training base. Let's go to the conference room to sign first. After the signing is over, I will take you to visit. The 3 of them came all the way to the conference room. Entering the conference room, Chen Mo saw the current Liverpool coach. Legendary passionate coach Klopp. Founder of the Mad Dog style of play. Initiator of the heavy metal storm. This is the team coach Klopp. Edwards introduced. Mo. I've seen your video. You are very capable. The team needs players like you now. Welcome to join. Klopp welcomed Chen Mo directly. Liverpool now does not have a defensive midfielder in the traditional sense. Even Henderson, who plays as a defensive midfielder, was transformed from a front midfielder. So Liverpool's midfield strength cannot be improved. Thank you. Chen Mo nodded slightly. Mendes helped Chen Mo finalize the contract. A weekly salary of £20,000 and all bonuses were obtained. This is the limit that Chen Mo can get now. After signing the contract, Edwards asked Chen Mo, which number jersey do you want? There are many vacant numbers in the team now, there are. Chen Mo interrupted Edwards and said confidently, the number 10 jersey is now vacant. I want the number 10 jersey. As soon as this was said, Edwards and Klopp both looked at Chen Mo in disbelief. Only Mendes laughed. He understands Chen Mo. Chen Mo, like Ronaldo, has strong self-confidence and a competitive spirit. Take the best, or nothing. Are you sure? The number 10 jersey was left by Coutinho. It represents the core of the team. If you want to wear the number 10 jersey, you have to prove to me that you really deserve it. Klopp speaks very directly. He has always been straightforward. Chen Mo smiled confidently, since you dare to ask for it, I have the confidence to prove it. Very good. Klopp laughed, go change into training clothes. Come to the stadium with me and prove it to me with your strength. Episode 4. Training match. The King of Steels versus the Three Red Arrows. An hour later. Chen Mo first had a physical examination. After the physical examination report was passed, accompanied by Edwards and Mendes, he was taken to the stadium by Klopp. All the players of the first team were training. Chen Mo immediately recognized these very familiar faces. Salah, Firmino, Mane, Van Dijk, Milner, and the future Route 66, Liverpool Prince Arnold. While Chen Mo looked at them, these people also looked at Chen Mo with their eyes. It can be seen from their eyes. These people were surprised that an oriental face appeared here. Introduce, this is Chen Mo. The club just signed a midfielder. From Fruit Teeth. Former Barcelona youth training player. Klopp introduced loudly. There was no applause to welcome the new member as expected. Instead, Klopp changed the subject. This little guy is very arrogant. He asked for the number 10 jersey right away. I told him he can have the number 10 jersey, but he needs to prove with his strength that he really deserves the number 10 jersey. Listening to what Klopp said, Chen Mo couldn't help but smile confidently. He knew that Klopp was not targeting or isolating him. The words were for everyone to hear. It was obvious to tell everyone that if they wanted to get a core position in his team, they had to prove it with their strength. To put it bluntly, his team doesn't keep idle people. Pa. Klopp clapped his hands twice, focusing everyone's attention on him. Stop talking nonsense. Let's start the competition. Come and get your vest when I call your name. Hello. I'm Henderson. After Henderson received the red vest, he ran to greet Chen Mo. I'm Chen Mo. I know you. We'll be midfielders in a while, so we can cooperate more. Don't be nervous, I'll help you fill in. Henderson was very enthusiastic. As the captain, he takes good care of the new players in the team. Thank you. Chen Mo responded politely. I'm Van Dijk, and I just joined. After Henderson greeted him, Van Dijk, who also joined in the winter transfer window, ran over to greet Chen Mo. Where are you from? I see that you look more Oriental. Do you have Oriental blood? Yes. I have half Dragon country blood. Chen Mo answered truthfully. Wow. Hearing this, Van Dijk exclaimed, and everyone became more enthusiastic. I also have Dragon country blood. My mother's ancestors were Dragon country people. It seems that Van Dijk is very surprised. Then we were one family 500 years ago. Chen Mo couldn't help but joked. Ha ha ha. Van Dijk laughed immediately. We are a family from now on. I will protect you. Don't be nervous for a while. I will play as a central defender and can help you fill in the gap. You can express yourself freely. Chen Mo agreed with a smile. But he didn't have the slightest intention of asking Van Dijk to help him out. He had just merged the template of the King of Steels not long ago. He couldn't wait to test the power that the King of Steels plus the God-level prediction could form. On the sidelines, Edwards and Mendes kept their eyes on Chen Mo. Seeing Chen Mo quickly talking and laughing with Henderson and Van Dijk, Edwards couldn't help but breathe a sigh of relief. It seems that Mo's integration ability is very good. A player's integration ability is very important, especially when he just transferred to a new club. Strange environment, strange players, unfamiliar tactical system. If the integration ability is poor and it is difficult to integrate into the team, it will affect the performance and confidence. Finally, it falls into a vicious cycle of sinking. Many excellent players completely ruined their careers after the transfer because of their poor integration ability. A very typical example is Coutinho, who he just sold for €135 million. After transferring to Barcelona, he was unable to adapt to Barcelona's tactical system, and then he was constantly loaned out, ruining his career that should have been brilliant. Compared to Edwards' worries, Mendes had no worries at all. He knew Chen Mo. Chen Mo was the kind of person who could adapt to any environment. Do you think he can get the number 10 jersey as he wished? Seeing that Chen Mo had no obstacles in integration, Edwards became curious again. Mendes smiled proudly and said, I believe in my players. Believe me. Mo has the potential to be the world's #1 defensive midfielder, and even the world's #1 B2B. Seeing that Mendes was so sure, Edwards was undoubtedly more curious about Chen Mo. The players were divided into two teams. The red team, where Chen Mo was, faced the yellow team led by the Red Arrow 3. The King of Steels versus the Red Arrow 3. The battle was about to start. Beep. After seeing both sides take their positions, the assistant coach blew the whistle to start the game. First, the red team had the ball. Center forward Solanke kicked the ball horizontally and passed it to Chamberlain on the left. Chamberlain also transferred from Arsenal at the beginning of the season. After half a season of running in, he has fully adapted to the team's tactical system. His performance is also very good. He has scored 2 goals and 5 assists in the first half of the season. The moment he received the ball, he immediately started to move forward to score goals. Klopp's tactical system is mainly about being a mad dog, who can run as long as he can. High-pressure pressing. Attack and attack. All-out attack and all-out scramble. The reason why it is called all-out attack and all-out scramble is that any single player needs to press and scramble. The forward is no exception. So it looks like everyone is crazy. Therefore, the moment Chamberlain dribbled forward, Salah, who was in the opposite position, rushed up to press and scramble. Milner behind him was the same. He immediately joined the double teaming and scrambling against Chamberlain. Facing 2 people, Chamberlain did not choose to break through, but chose to pass the ball at the first time. But there was a mistake in the pass. As soon as he kicked, Salah blocked it with his body. Milner responded immediately and took the ball down. The next second, Salah ran forward directly. Milner leaned on Chamberlain and passed the ball directly. The two cooperated smoothly. The football was like a sharp sword, and the cold light flashed through the left side of the red team. Episode 5. Salah, it's broken. I seem to be controlled by Chen Mo. Chamberlain chased back immediately after losing the ball. All the players of the red team also began to retreat immediately. Robertson, the left back, also quickly began to press forward. Chen Mo was not idle either. With the influence of God-level prediction, he quickly adjusted his position when Salah got the ball. He was stuck in a very awkward position for Salah. He blocked the route for him to pass the ball to Firmino. If Salah forced a pass to Firmino, even if it was not intercepted by Chen Mo, it would be intercepted by Van Dijk. Therefore, Salah could only dribble the ball himself. Strong sense of position, good position selection. From the beginning of the game, Klopp was observing Chen Mo. He had watched Chen Mo's video. He restricted Dembele to death. There were a total of 16 breakthroughs, and Dembele did not succeed once. There were also 5 single defenses against Messi. Messi was successfully restricted, so that Messi could not break through and could only be forced to pass the ball. Such strength is absolutely top-notch. It is also what Klopp needs most. But watching videos is just watching videos. Klopp still wanted to see Chen Mo's specific strength with his own eyes. Encircled in the depths. There was no passing line, and teammates were blocked one by one. Salah was not panicked at all. Facing Robertson, who rushed forward to fight for the ball, Salah pulled the ball and quickly made a fried meatball. Taking advantage of the gap when Robertson stretched his legs, he quickly stuffed the ball. His body quickly bypassed Robertson. He completed a beautiful crotch pass. After all, he is known as the second Messi. The Pyramid Pharaoh's footwork is very delicate, and his dribbling ability is not inferior to Messi. After playing with Robertson, Salah continued to move forward with the ball. As if he noticed Robert's movements behind him. Suddenly, a sharp turn made Robertson, who rushed up, miss and stumbled. Cut inside. At the moment when Salah turned sharply and changed direction, Chen Mo saw through his intention. He was going to dribble the ball and cut inside. This is a common offensive move for winger. As expected, Salah dribbled the ball and cut inside. At the same time. At the same moment when Salah cut inside, Chen Mo suddenly exerted force and rushed out at the speed of an arrow. He was directly stuck on the path that Salah had to take to cut inside. This made Salah's cut inside move seem to be slowed down for a moment. The next second, Salah began to make a fake move with the ball. But Chen Mo seemed to be like the Aquila, sitting on Mount Tai. He was not affected by the fake move at all. Then Salah suddenly shifted his center of gravity to the left. Go through the crotch. But Chen Mo, with his god-level foresight, saw through Salah's intentions at the first time. This guy shifted his center of gravity to the left, which was also a confusing fake move. His real purpose was to dribble Chen Mo's crotch. After seeing through everything, Chen Mo chose to play along. He also moved to the left. He deliberately stretched his legs to the left and front, trying to steal the ball. He noticed Chen Mo's action. Salah's big eyes showed a cunning gleam. He took action the next second. He kicked the football and pushed it through Chen Mo's crotch. He quickly withdrew his center of gravity and tried to bypass Chen Mo from the right. The whole audience saw this scene. Klopp on the sidelines shook his head in disappointment. I underestimated the enemy. I was fooled by a fake move. But the next second, Chen Mo also took action quickly. He used his right foot as a fulcrum and turned around like a compass. He immediately blocked Salah with his body. Therefore, he was knocked by Salah and staggered. But Chen Mo took advantage of the situation and moved forward. He quickly caught up with the ball that passed through his crotch, and then he directly knocked it horizontally. He handed the ball to Henderson. Turn around. Block. Steal the ball. Knock it horizontally and transfer it. All in one go. Negative emotion value from Salah plus 800. A heavenly reminder sounded in his mind. Damn. 800. Salah is really generous. Chen Mo's mouth drew a smirk, and the look he gave Salah was a little more meaningful. Covering his chest, Salah, who was jogging back to his position, suddenly felt a chill on the back of his neck. What's going on? Why do I feel like there are villains who want to harm me? He looked around and found nothing unusual. He took 2 deep breaths in a row and rubbed his chest, which was still a little painful. I just don't understand. He just successfully passed through the crotch, and he succeeded in breaking through immediately. But the new kid was able to react. It was as if everything was planned by the opponent. He deliberately let himself get through the crotch. Then he used his body to block his route, so that he could not pass the ball and complete the steal. He seemed to be dominated. And that guy looked so thin. As a result, he rushed into him, just like hitting a wall. On the sidelines, Klopp was stunned. The assistant coach smacked his lips and said, just now. It seems. It was all planned by Mo. Being penetrated was intentional. He was not deceived by Salah's fake move, but it seemed that Salah fell into his trap. They are all people who understand football. Even the assistant coach is a world-class existence. Naturally, he can see the joints in it. Klopp's eyes are extremely hot. We found a treasure. He predicted Salah's thoughts in advance and boldly showed loopholes, making Salah fall into his trap. This predictive ability is terrible. His football IQ is also top-notch. Strong defensive ability. Klopp now looks at Chen Mo as if he is looking at his most beloved beauty. He knows very well what Chen Mo's defensive ability can bring to his team. Van Dijk, Chen Mo, this combination of central defender and defensive midfielder, plus the assistance of Lovren and Henderson. His team's defense line is worry-free. Klopp began to quickly arrange the lineup in his mind. But the situation on the field suddenly changed. After the red team's attack ended, the yellow team immediately started to counterattack. Salah made a comeback, dribbling at high speed. With a simple change of direction, he broke through Chamberlain and fullback Robertson in the first time. Just when Salah was about to pass the ball, Chen Mo, who saw through everything, took action again. He did not step forward to restrict Salah. Instead, at the moment when Salah passed the ball, he appeared on the path of the pass. He jumped high and pushed hard, destroying Salah's pass. Salah succeeded in the first strong point, just when he wanted to dribble the ball into the penalty area. The next second, Chen Mo appeared again. A fierce interception on the ground, forcing Salah to jump up and dodge. But at the moment when he jumped up and jumped the ball, he was like being dominated by Chen Mo, and the football he picked up just fell on Chen Mo's hooked foot. Successfully intercepted by Chen Mo. It's Chen Mo again. Guessed again. Salah's mentality was shaken. He was like being dominated by Chen Mo, cooperating with Chen Mo to perform defense and interception performances. Episode 6. Crazy wool grabbing. Sulla, my mentality is broken. Negative emotion value from Sulla plus 600. Negative emotion value from Sulla plus 1000. Bang. After Chen Mo completed the steal, he passed the ball to Chamberlain. Then he heard the prompt sound in his mind, and the arc of Chen Mo's mouth rose even more. It has to be an old friend from the pyramid. He just casually hit 1000 points. It seems that I have to continue to pull, this Sulla obviously has higher potential. Chen Mo felt that he had to help Sulla squeeze out his potential. This is also a kind of improvement for him. Yeah. He is so helpful. Sulla will definitely be very grateful for my help. Another attack. Chamberlain received the pass from Chen Mo. He aimed at the gap in the yellow team's defense. A cross. Solanke jumped high, overpowered the substitute central defender, and hit a violent head hammer. Bang. A loud noise. The football hit the crossbar hard and flew into the sky. Ah. Solanke was so angry that he jumped on the spot. He was originally a substitute center forward, not even the first substitute center forward. The main position was firmly occupied by Firmino. But he still had a heart that was unwilling to accept. He wanted to challenge Firmino's main position and surpass Firmino to become the main force. So in the training match, he was full of energy and went all out. He wanted to perform well and win Klopp's favor. But otherwise, why was he a substitute? Facing the team's second goalkeeper, he almost gave up, which was almost equivalent to an empty goal. He actually headed the ball away. Restart. The attack of the yellow team came back. Sulla was restricted by Chen Mo twice in a row. So the yellow team placed the assist direction on the left. Continuous passes. Main broke through continuously. He shook Henderson off. But he was firmly held in position by Arnold, who was not yet Route 66. In desperation, he passed the ball to Firmino, who was retreating to receive the ball. The moment he got the ball, Van Dijk quickly attacked and defended Firmino closely, not giving him a chance to turn around. But Firmino was not panicked at all. He used his body to resist Van Dijk and quickly passed the ball to Sulla on the right. Firmino is not a typical center forward. His goal efficiency is not high. He does not have the strong offensive attributes of other well-known center forwards. But his role is very important. He is a unique shield striker. Standing defense and passing the ball to organize the offense are all his characteristics. Sulla, who got the ball, started to act immediately. But the next second, the figure that made him extremely troubled appeared in front of him again. Chen Mo's center of gravity sank, staring at the football under his feet. Sulla also got angry. After all, he is a world-class player, how can he not be angry? He was also embarrassed to be intercepted by Chen Mo twice in a row. He also wanted to avenge his previous shame. He was still very confident in his skills. Sulla began to dribble the ball forward slowly, with all kinds of feints all over his body. All kinds of confusing movements. Chen Mo had a little bit of bad taste in his heart. He was going to let Sulla feel the fear of being dominated thoroughly. Another feint. Chen Mo suddenly moved forward. Now. Sulla was delighted. He started to act quickly. He pushed the ground with his right leg and started with the ball quickly. But at this moment, Chen Mo's voice came to his ears. Left. The next second, Chen Mo quickly moved back to his left. He took a step forward and blocked the direction of Sulla's breakthrough. He moved forward to resist Sulla. Then he hooked the ball with his right foot and successfully got the ball. Then he quickly buckled the ball to his left foot, using his right foot as the axis, and turned around on the spot with his left foot pulling the ball. Throw Sulla away. Blocking. Steal. Turn around like a compass to get rid of it. All in one go. Sulla failed to break through again and lost the ball to Chen Mo again. The other teammates were stunned and had forgotten the game. Sulla was shocked to be intercepted by Chen Mo 3 times. Solanke. Attack. Chen Mo yelled. Bang. He passed the ball forward with a strong kick. Chen Mo, who has top ball sense and full basic skills, can easily make such a long pass. But the error of the landing point will definitely be large. He is not able to achieve precise guidance and hit wherever he points. Solanke, who was yelled at, reacted suddenly. He turned around and passed the yellow team defender, looking up and running quickly towards the backcourt. He received the pass from Chen Mo in front of the penalty area, facing the yellow team goalkeeper. He quickly pedaled a bicycle, followed by an accelerated swoop, and passed the goalkeeper. Facing the empty goal, he shot a calm shot. Then kicked the ball away. Damn. Seeing Solanke shoot at an empty goal, Chen Mo couldn't help but spit out a curse. How much does he hate scoring goals? If not, let's not play center forward? On the sidelines, Klopp grinned. He walked all the way to Edwards. If Solanke doesn't work, just sell him. Find a more reliable substitute center forward. Edwards has always supported Solanke. He always thought that Solanke could be a substitute center forward. But now, empty goal twice. One crossbar, one missed. You can still say that the goalkeeper interfered with the crossbar, but it's really unreasonable to miss the empty goal. Such a big goal, you just kicked it into the sky. How much do you hate the planes in the sky that you have to shoot them down? Hearing Klopp's words, Edwards couldn't help feeling guilty. I'll listen to you this time. I'll do it right away. On the field, Chen Mo was still wondering. He hadn't received any negative emotion value notification from Sulla after the steal. Sulla had already found Chen Mo. What do you mean by the left side? His mind was now full of the two words left side that Chen Mo had just said before the steal. You will break through from the left. Chen Mo shrugged and spread his hands, saying, I deliberately gave you a fake move. The moment you started, I knew you would break through from the left. Negative emotion value from Sulla plus 1,300. The notifications came one after another. Can you predict the direction of my breakthrough? Sulla was a little excited. I don't believe it. No one in this world can do it. He seemed to have grabbed the last fig leaf. He stubbornly didn't want to believe it. He felt a great sense of frustration in his heart. His psychological defense line was even more loose. Don't believe it? Then you can try it next time. Chen Mo hoped that Sulla didn't believe it, because only if he didn't believe in himself could he get the wool. Try it. Sulla turned around and asked everyone to start the game again. Result. Next, Sulla began to frequently ask for the ball and broke through Chen Mo. Then, Chen Mo's voice kept coming out from the field. Right. Snap. The sound of the football being broken was heard. Through the crotch. Snap. Still on the right. Snap. Overhead pass. Snap. Negative emotion value from Sulla plus 800. Negative emotion value from Sulla plus 1,300. Negative emotion value from Sulla plus 1,100. Negative emotion value from Sulla. Seeing this situation, Klopp quickly stopped the training match. Sulla's eyes had already turned red, and his psychological defense was obviously broken. He really felt the fear of being dominated by Chen Mo. My mentality was broken. Everyone looked at Sulla with pity, and then looked at Chen Mo with fear. Especially Firmino, Maine, Chamberlain, and other offensive players, they felt like they had survived a disaster. Fortunately, Chen Mo didn't play against them. Who wouldn't be confused if they were robbing someone like that? Don't blame Dembele for wanting to tackle you. Episode 7. Fans' doubts? Step by step towards an all-around midfielder. Chen Mo got the number 10 jersey as he wished. The Premier League signing was not as formal as other leagues. There was no press conference. There was no fan meeting either. After completing the signing, he took a photo with his head coach and sports director with his number and published it on the official website of his own club. Then he updated the basic information in the player information. The signing was over. So Chen Mo's joining did not attract much attention in England. Not to mention Europe, or even Dragon Country, there was no splash at all. Because there was no report. At most, it caused discussion among Liverpool fans. After all, I am not a Liverpool fan, and no other fan would deliberately pay attention to Liverpool's official website. Dragon Country player? Wearing number 10 jersey? Really accepted, I am not dreaming, right? Fruit teeth Chinese American mixed. Not a Dragon Country player. There is an introduction in the player information. Otherwise, non-European players cannot get a work permit. That's 2F ******* G ridiculous. Giving the number 10 jersey to a 18-year-old, isn't the club kidding? What is the club doing? Such a young player is not worthy of the number 10 jersey. I checked. This Chen Mo is a product of La Masia youth training. He was just released by Barcelona last month. I heard that he beat Dembele and refused to apologize. Damn. Is it true? How can such a thug sign and be given the number 10 jersey? Well done. Just disgusting Barcelona. Beat Barcelona players. That's our good friends of Liverpool. The boy is great. If you have the ability, I will cheer for you at Anfield. Don't underestimate the ability of the fans. Chen Mo was quickly exposed. Some fans still think that giving Chen Mo the number 10 jersey is too much of a joke. Other fans showed their support for Chen Mo. Coutinho was poached by Barcelona, betrayed Liverpool and fled, making Liverpool fans curse Coutinho and hate Barcelona. They are more extreme. They will fully support anything that targets Barcelona and disgusts Barcelona. They even look forward to playing against Barcelona in the Champions League and giving Barcelona a good beating. But in general, most Liverpool fans have more doubts about Chen Mo. This requires Chen Mo to use his strength to break the doubts. Liverpool. Rich area. A villa. Mendes personally sent Chen Mo here. Took Chen Mo to visit the villa. How is it? Not bad, right? I helped you pick it carefully. After finalizing the contract with Liverpool for Chen Mo, Mendes' team selected a house for Chen Mo. And I tell you, you don't need to pay rent for this villa, you can live in it for free. Upon hearing this, Chen Mo couldn't help but be suspicious. What's wrong with this world? There are actually such suckers? Is it that the way I was reborn is wrong? Or is it because of my rebirth that a butterfly effect has occurred, causing some people's consciousness to be distorted? The owner of the house is Gerard. He heard that a newly signed Liverpool player was looking for a house, so he took the initiative to contact me and said that he could live here for free without charging rent. Mendes said with a smile. Otherwise, where can I find a house with a small football field? Chen Mo nodded. Just now he was wondering why the back garden of the villa was transformed into a small football field. It turned out to be Gerard's house. That's not surprising. Gerard, the meritorious captain of Liverpool, has an extremely sincere love for the club. After leaving Liverpool, he went to America to make money. But he is still silently helping the club. For example, he gives some care to the newly joined players. His influence in Liverpool is greater than that of the local mayor. Thank him for me. But you still have to pay the rent. I don't like to owe favors to others. Chen Mo told Mendes. His father is a bank tycoon, and his mother is a famous jewelry designer. The family is not short of money. There is no need to owe favors to others for a little rent. I knew you would do this. The rent has been transferred for you. I have equipped you with a nutritionist, trainer, nanny, and security personnel. Don't worry about life, you just need to play well and leave everything else to me. Mendes told Chen Mo. In an hour, I have to fly to Madrid to discuss Cristiano's contract renewal with Real Madrid. You can call me anytime if you have any questions. I'll let my assistant help you solve it. Play well. Don't have bad habits. As long as you perform well, I will help you become a world-class star. Mendes is like an old mother, instructing Chen Mo in every detail. He now treats Chen Mo as a treasure. He doesn't want Chen Mo to have any accidents. At night, he ate a hard-to-swallow dinner customized by the nutritionist. Chen Mo trained for an hour according to the plan made by the trainer. Even with a system, necessary training is indispensable. It's just easier than other players. After taking a shower and lying on the bed, Chen Mo finally had time to check the system. He couldn't wait to open the system. Negative emotion value, 8,632 points. Seeing the amount of negative emotion value, Chen Mo couldn't hold back the corners of his mouth. Just one training match. Salah contributed more than 8,000 points alone. Haha. He is simply a great man. Chen Mo really wanted to find Salah and sing him a song, "Listen to me say thank you, because of you." In a villa not far away. Salah, who had just fallen asleep, suddenly woke up. System, I want to draw a lottery. Negative emotion value 8,632 points. You can draw a lottery once, and you need to spend 5,000 points. Does the host confirm the lottery? Confirm. Consume 5,000 negative emotion points, balance 3,632 points. The lottery begins. The familiar big turntable appears in my mind. As the speed of rotation becomes slower and slower, it finally stops slowly. The pointer falls on the golden treasure chest. Congratulations to the host for winning the golden treasure chest ×1. Would the host like to open the treasure chest? The golden treasure chest belongs to the third-class treasure chest. Most of them are basic rewards. The previous full-level basic skills were opened from the golden treasure chest. Chen Mo is still looking forward to what he can get. Open. With Chen Mo's order. The golden treasure chest opens in his mind. Open the golden treasure chest to get the God's perspective talent ×1. God's perspective? Chen Mo was surprised. With the God's perspective, you can better control the situation on the field. Not only in offense, you can seize the offensive gap, but also in defense, you can detect defensive loopholes. It can also help fill in and intercept. Coupled with the cooperation of God-level prediction, it is simply unsolvable. The system is really pushing me, step by step, towards becoming an all-around midfielder. Episode 8. The first game is against the wind? Salah let the defender play. After joining the new team, Chen Mo fully integrated into the team, actively trained, and fully adapted to Klopp's tactical system. At the same time, he also got a nickname of a defensive dad. The title comes from Salah. Others are the offensive breakthrough party. They will use fake moves to confuse the opponent, and deliberately leave loopholes for the defensive players, and then win with one blow. But what about Chen Mo? He is like a ruler. In turn, he deliberately leaves defensive loopholes for the offensive players. Even if the offensive players don't fall into the trap, Chen Mo will continue to dominate the opponent, as if not falling into the trap is also his plan. In the words of Salah, when he faces Chen Mo, he is like a child. Chen Mo is like his father, who can always see through his thoughts and control his consciousness invisibly. Let him by the nose. Some people are not convinced. For example, Firmino, Mane, Chamberlain, and even Henderson and Wijnaldum. The result is, they didn't last 2 rounds and chose to give up. Maybe the psychological expectations are relatively low. Therefore, there was not too much negative emotion because of Chen Mo's strength. Therefore, the negative emotion value brought to Chen Mo was not much. Added together, it only brought 6,323 points of negative emotion value. Chen Mo drew a lottery again. As a result, 2 bronze treasure chests were opened. Injury recovery potion ×2 was obtained. The Premier League is the only one of the 5 major leagues that does not have a winter break. When the other 4 major leagues were suspended during the winter break, the Premier League was in the Christmas point battle. Although Liverpool gave up the League Cup and the FA Cup and only focused on the League and the Champions League. But the league still lost a lot of points. Especially in the first half of the season. Injuries, frequent games, and injuries caused by insufficient lineups made Liverpool almost lose the possibility of competing for the championship. In the second half of the season, they can only fight for the Champions League qualification. After all, the intensity of the Premier League is not comparable to other leagues. The day after Chen Mo signed with Liverpool, Liverpool had a game. Because Chen Mo had just signed, he was not included in the big list. The game was against Burnley. Won the game with 2-1. But the target Henderson was injured due to the opponent's defensive foul and needs to be paid attention for at least 1 month. Therefore, with the arrival of the new round of games, Chen Mo also has the opportunity to debut. Weekend. Liverpool will play against the Premier League upstart Manchester City at home. Manchester City. One of the Manchester duo. The noisy neighbours in the mouth of Manchester United's godfather Ferguson. Because of the acquisition of oil capital, Manchester City signed many big-name stars while burning money crazily. The worst player on the bench at the peak period was worth €30 million on Transfermarkt. To put it bluntly, it is a team made up entirely of pounds. With the investment of money, Manchester City quickly won 2 Premier League titles. In order to pursue the Champions League, the famous coach Guardiola was invited. With the arrival of Guardiola, the Manchester City era of dominating the Premier League was quickly opened. For Liverpool, Manchester City is a strong enemy. Klopp attaches great importance to this game. Every 3 points in the second half of the league is crucial. 6 o'clock in the afternoon. The entire Liverpool team took a bus and arrived at Anfield Stadium, the holy place in the eyes of all Liverpool fans. Now, this stadium that can accommodate 54,000 people is already full. Fans waved their flags, holding scarves with the Liverpool logo in their hands. 54,000 people sang "You'll Never Walk Alone." Even though Chen Mo was just sitting on the bench, he felt goosebumps all over his body. He was included in the game list, but he was not arranged to start by Klopp. In Klopp's words, Chen Mo is not familiar with the rhythm of the Premier League game. He will give him time to debut in the second half when the score is stable, so that he can adapt to the rhythm of the game. How is it? Spectacular? Arnold, who was also sitting on the bench, asked Chen Mo with great pride. Everything is a pride for him. Both his parents are Liverpool diehards. Even his grandfather and great-grandfather are also Liverpool fans. And he himself was born in Liverpool youth training. No wonder people say he is the Prince of Liverpool. He is really a legitimate family. Indeed. It makes people excited. Chen Mo nodded. Arnold was very satisfied with Chen Mo's answer and smiled confidently. I know you are from La Masia. Although Anfield is not as spectacular and large as Camp Nou, the passion brought to you by the team here is definitely not given by Camp Nou. Chen Mo sincerely agreed with this, because the atmosphere at Anfield is indeed the most passionate in the whole of Europe. The only one who can suppress them is Westphalen. Liverpool at home. Because Henderson was injured, Klopp changed the lineup and played a 4,231 formation. Goalkeeper, Karius. Defenders, Joe Gomez, Van Dijk, Lovren, Robertson. Midfielders, Emre, Wijnaldum. Forwards, Chamberlain, Salah, Maine. Centre forward, Firmino. Guardiola on the Manchester City side played the 433 formation he is best at. Goalkeeper, Ederson. Defenders, Delph, Otamendi, Stones, Kyle Walker. Midfielders, Gundogan, Fernandinho, De Bruyne. Forwards, Sane, Aguero, Sterling. Both sides started the game. At the beginning of the game, Liverpool fans began to create a warm atmosphere. In the 9th minute, the atmosphere reached its peak. Manchester City midfielder Fernandinho made a mistake in passing the ball under Firmino's crazy scramble. The football was intercepted by Firmino. He pulled the ball, avoided Fernandinho's countersnatch, and leaned on the opponent with his body. He aimed at the gap between Manchester City defender Otamendi and fullback Delph. A diagonal pass. Chamberlain, who had been cruising outside the penalty area, started to accelerate instantly. He passed all Manchester City defenders. With a successful offside, he got the ball and formed a single shot. Facing Manchester City goalkeeper Ederson, he directly chose to push the ball into the far corner. Chamberlain was not the slanted-eyed striker of Liverpool in the future, so there was no embarrassment of passing the goal but not scoring. The ball fell into the net. Tell me loudly, the goal was scored by. The DJ in the stadium screamed wildly. The next second, the fans burst into crazy roars. Chamberlain. I thought a good start was the prelude to a victory. As a result, a goal seemed to open Manchester City's Ren and Du meridians. Liverpool did not score again after that. The double defensive midfielder formed by Emre and Wijnaldum was not very stable. Especially Emre made 2 consecutive mistakes. Manchester City was directly sieved. Beep. The referee blew the whistle. The first half of the game was over. The fans looked at the extremely dazzling score on the big screen of the stadium and were extremely depressed. 1:3. That's right. After Chamberlain scored, Manchester City scored 3 goals in a row. Looking at this score, Chen Mo couldn't help but curl his lips. The first show was a disadvantageous game? No. Looking at this score, it seems that the first show is difficult enough. At the same time, Sulla walked into the player tunnel frustrated. He played very uncomfortably in the first half. There were frequent problems in the backline. Especially Emre made frequent mistakes and was intercepted several times in a row. Without stable defense, the interception strength of the midfield was not enough, resulting in their offense not being supported. Often, the midfielder just got the ball, he just ran forward, the football was not passed at all, and the midfielder lost the ball. For the first time, he had the idea of missing Chen Mo. If Chen Mo was in the midfield, providing defensive interception, the offense would be more stable and continuous. At this moment, he just wanted to go back to the locker room and give Klopp some advice. Let the defender play. Episode 9. It's a game against the odds. Klopp let Aguero be invisible in the second half. The locker room was in a low mood. Everyone sat in their seats with their heads down. Each of them was extremely disappointed. Even a little collapsed. In the first half alone, the opponent scored 3 goals and fell behind by 2 goals. Low morale. Chen Mo sat in his seat and could feel the depression of others. Even the optimistic Arnold lost his initial joy at this moment. His face was full of disappointment. Even his eyes were almost red. Watching the team he believed in being beaten into a sieve with his own eyes. It was indeed a bit cruel. Bang. There was a loud noise. Klopp pushed the door open angrily. Obviously. As the head coach, he was very dissatisfied with the result of the first half. The strength of the two sides was not much different. It shouldn't be played like this. This is not the strength that Liverpool should have now. Seeing the angry Klopp, the players felt even more depressed. Especially in the first half, Emre, the culprit who made frequent mistakes and lost 2 goals, almost buried his head in the ground. This is not your strength. What did you play in the first half? Emre. Are you a woman? Were you squeezed dry last night? My grandma's legs are harder than yours when she plays football. Does your jersey match yours? Klopp came up and started to spray wildly. He was originally a hot-tempered person. He never restrained his temper. When he was excited, he would show great passion, and when he was angry, he would curse. It's just a new generation of hairdryer. After cursing people, Klopp asked the assistant coach to pull the tactical board. Bang bang bang. He hit the tactical board roughly with his hands. Everyone, pay attention. We'll change the tactics in the second half. Replace 433. Chamberlain retreats to the midfield. Sulla pulls to the side. Focus on Sulla's side, the opponent's defender Delph is obviously in poor condition. Catch him from behind and hit the contact point between him and Otamendi. Remember high pressure. Pressure their passing space, and counter-grab the ball on the spot when they lose it. Don't let them control the passing rhythm in their comfort, bring the rhythm to me. Don't let them pass the damn football. Do you understand? Klopp passionately instructed the tactics. Finally, he yelled at all the players. Understood. Everyone said in unison. At this time, Sulla, who had been unable to hold back for a long time, was ready to make a proposal to Klopp. But before he could speak, he heard Klopp call Chen Mo's name. Mo. Klopp waved to Chen Mo, indicating that he should come to his side. Chen Mo hurriedly got up and went over, and Klopp grabbed his neck. I wanted to give you a good debut environment and a perfect debut. But those bastards in Manchester City just don't want us to be comfortable. I need you now. Klopp felt guilty. Emre, that guy, made Klopp very dissatisfied. He now only has Chen Mo as a defensive midfielder to replace. So he can only send Chen Mo to the field. This may sacrifice Chen Mo's debut, or even ruin it. If things go wrong, there will be huge pressure from public opinion on Chen Mo. I'm ready to stand by at any time. Chen Mo was ecstatic. I thought the debut I had was going to be lost. I didn't expect it to be a sudden turn of events. Is the situation stressful? A failed debut? He is confident in his ability. Moreover, the greater the risk, the greater the reward. He is playing against the wind. There is no more perfect debut than turning the tide against the wind. Good. Klopp patted Chen Mo's shoulder heavily. You will play later and move forward. I will let Wijnaldum help you fill in the position. Use your defense and stealing ability to suppress their attack. Remember to steal the ball and start counterattack on the spot. You have a certain long pass ability, so you can make more long passes. Also, the most important point. Let Aguero be invisible in the second half. Old Klopp is a grudge. In the first half, Aguero scored a hat-trick and dared to slide in front of him. Can our old Klopp tolerate it? You are provoking me, so I will give you a big gift. Understood. Chen Mo nodded firmly. Okay. Go warm up. The second half began. Players from both sides returned to the court one after another. Klopp made a direct substitution in the midfield. Emre was pressed on the bench. He looked at Chen Mo, who was whispering to Salah, and he was unconvinced. Why should a young player wear the number 10? Why should he replace himself? It is true that his performance was poor, but that guy was better than him? He admitted that Chen Mo's performance was indeed great in the team training match. But this is a formal match, and Chen Mo is completely unaccustomed to the rhythm. He wants to take a closer look to see how Chen Mo was kicked by Manchester City. On the court, Chen Mo didn't know that Emre was waiting to see him laugh. He was being pulled by Salah to give instructions. At this moment, Pharaoh was like a child who was bullied and asked for help. He held Chen Mo with one hand and pointed at Aguero with the other, and kept stirring up trouble. That guy is Aguero. He was crazy in the first half. He even slid on his knees in front of the coach to celebrate. You must teach him a lesson. Just treat him like a training match. You have to be more ruthless than me. You have to dominate him. Steal him. Make him collapse. And you must also use language. Break down his psychological defenses. Salah instructed word by word. He is always gloating over others' misfortunes, and he never thinks things are too big. He also wants others to know how he has been these days. It's too miserable. So he has to make others even more miserable, so that he can soothe his wounded heart. Chen Mo couldn't help laughing out loud. I couldn't help but raise my hand and rub Pharaoh's afro-curly hair. It feels good. Pay attention to the empty space on the right and my pass. I will make a long pass as soon as I have a chance. Full-level basic skills are really amazing. But long passes can't be done as you wish, so I can only ask Salah to pay more attention to his passes, so that he can stop the ball more easily. No problem. If you give me an assist, I'll treat you to a meal. Salah agreed with a smile. The players from both sides stood still. The fans in the stands also noticed Klopp's substitution at the first time. Emre sat on the bench. Their new number 10 Chen Mo came on. Can we change that kid at this time? That's ridiculous. We are behind now, we need players who can fight immediately and change the situation. Damn. It's over now. That kid will be defeated by Manchester City. The fans were talking about it. There were also some female fans who saw Chen Mo's appearance clearly through the big screen leading to Chen Mo. They got excited for a moment. Girls. Visual animals. If you look handsome, you will get their favor. Wow. So handsome. Is that our new player? So handsome. So handsome. Does he have a girlfriend? What's his name? So handsome. We in Liverpool have our own Beckham, no. He's more handsome than Beckham. Our new number 10? I want to be his girlfriend. Episode 10. Nobody. Aguero, damn. I've been seen through. Longwa. Sports Channel. In recent years, the Premier League has been developing continuously, relying on the fierce competition among the Big Six. It has also attracted the attention of many Longwa fans. Therefore, the Premier League games will also be broadcast and commented on by Longwa Sports Channel. This match between Liverpool and Manchester City is no exception. Both teams are members of the Big. The coaches of both teams, Guardiola and Klopp, are old rivals in the Bundesliga. The attention is very strong. In the broadcast room, The commentators of this game, Zhang Jun and Zhang Lu, quickly analyzed the situation in the first half. This is the sports channel of TV number 1. Welcome back everyone. The upcoming match is the second half of Liverpool versus Manchester City. It will be directed by me and Zhang Lu to explain the second half of the game to you. Liverpool scored the first goal in the first half, but then Manchester City scored 3 goals in a row, and Aguero scored a hat-trick. Let's see what adjustments Liverpool will make in the second half. Zhang Jun introduced the situation and then asked Zhang Lu, "Director Zhang Lu, how do you think Klopp will adjust?" Zhang Lu immediately began to analyze. Klopp's midfield had a big problem in the first half. Emre was obviously not in good shape and made many mistakes. Both goals were lost because of him. I think he should be replaced. Zhang Jun nodded in agreement. That's right. He is a Liverpool fan. Emre made mistakes in the first half, and he almost cursed. If he was not still in the commentary work, he would have cursed directly. Sure enough, Klopp made a substitution in the midfield. Emre was replaced with their number 10 player. Huh? Chen Mo? Zhang Jun was shocked when he saw the information handed over by the staff. Zhang Lu also looked at Zhang Jun curiously. Chen Mo. A mixed-race player of Chinese descent with fruit teeth. A product of La Masia youth training camp, he was forced to terminate his contract by Barcelona shortly after being transferred to the first team. I didn't expect it. He actually joined Liverpool and was given the number 10 jersey by the club. It seems that it is really worth the fans' expectations. Zhang Jun was a little excited. After all, Chen Mo is of Chinese descent and can be regarded as a descendant of the Dragon Country. He also joined the club he loves. This made him feel closer to the club. As for the ban on naturalization, he didn't mention a word. He knew all the twists and turns of the Football Association. What's more, he worked at TV1 and didn't care about the Football Association at all. What's the Football Association compared to TV1? So he showed great enthusiasm for Chen Mo. Or is it our Dragon Country descendant? The young player who just joined the team was given the number 10 jersey. It seems that he is very strong. Klopp attaches great importance to him. Zhang Lu also became interested. Compared with Zhang Jun, Zhang Lu's expectations. Most of the netizens who watched the game did not like Chen Mo. The ban and smear of the Football Association made many netizens believe it. So he was not polite at all. Damn. Isn't this Chen Mo the guy who was banned a while ago? He didn't apologize for beating someone in Barcelona and was forced to terminate the contract by Barcelona. Liverpool really wants all the rubbish. Liverpool can sign him and give him the number 10 jersey. He should be something. A big name trash. A Dragon Country descendant? This guy has lost all his face. He is a big name in China and thinks he is superior. Who does he really think he is? The referee blew the whistle. The second half of the game officially begins. It's Manchester City's first possession. Aguero passed the ball to De Bruyne behind him. Manchester City began to pass the ball in an orderly manner. It seems that Manchester City wants to stabilize the situation first and slow down the pace at the beginning. Strive for commentary. Manchester City did not intend to attack at the beginning. Instead, they entered the passing and controlling rhythm that they are most familiar with. After all, they were already 2 goals ahead. The initiative is in their hands, so they are not in a hurry. But Liverpool cannot help but be anxious. Klopp on the sidelines was anxious when he saw Manchester City wanted to slow down the pace. He ran quickly to the coaching area on the sidelines and waved frantically at the field. Press forward. Press. Take back the rhythm. Liverpool pressed forward. The scene began to become tense. Manchester City kept retreating in passing. The pressing they were good at did not have much effect. Instead, De Bruyne, looking for the right time, directly passed the ball through Liverpool's front court. Found Aguero, who had been cruising in the midfield. This is how passing and controlling. It seems that they are constantly passing the ball, and the rhythm is so slow. But in fact, they have been constantly pulling the opponent's formation through passing. The moment they see the gap, they will instantly accelerate, like a sharp sword, and kill the throat with one sword. Aguero received the football. He turned quickly. But the next second, Chen Mo rushed out from behind him. Chen Mo, who had been observing Aguero, started at the moment when De Bruyne passed the ball. It can even be said that with the help of the gods' perspective, Chen Mo had already discovered the gap. He could easily fill the position. But he didn't. Instead, he left the gap to the opponent. If there is no gap, the opponent will keep passing and controlling, which is very disadvantageous for them. Only by giving the opponent loopholes can it have a better effect. Just like now. Chen Mo suddenly rushed out, scaring Aguero. But Aguero was not too worried. To him, Chen Mo was just an unknown little player, just a nobody. He even laughed at Liverpool's number 10 jersey for Chen Mo from the bottom of his heart. So he pulled the ball with his left foot, pushed the football forward fiercely, and then his body started to move quickly. But the next second, Chen Mo, who predicted Aguero's goal, blocked the path of the football. Hooked the ball and turned around. Easily intercepted the football. From the perspective of God, there was no good gap, so he immediately passed the ball to Maine, who was waiting for an opportunity on the wing. Aguero was shocked. I was seen through. No. I underestimated the enemy. Negative emotion value from Aguero plus 360. Hearing the prompt sound in his mind, Chen Mo couldn't help laughing. It seems that Akuan still has a big heart and is not too depressed. In this case, then let's increase the intensity. After grabbing the ball, Liverpool quickly started to attack. After continuous breakthroughs and attacks, there were no good opportunities, facing the opponent's double-teaming defense. Firmino had no choice but to force a shot at the goal. The football was confiscated by the goalkeeper. The ball changed hands again. Manchester City directly launched a long pass to find Aguero in the front court. Aguero kept observing the situation around him and judging the landing point of the football. His body kept retreating, raised his foot to stop the football, and then turned around. But the moment he turned around, Chen Mo, like a ghost, suddenly appeared on the side of his turning direction. With a snap, Akuan turned around, but his feet were empty. The ball was gone again. He felt cold in his heart. Just now, Chen Mo seemed to know that he would turn from the right. And he quickly intercepted and stole the ball while he was turning with the ball. Damn. I was really seen through.